Hey guys, back with another video. Today it's going to be another collections video, and today it's going to be all my Hammer brand knives I've collected. All of these are Hammer brands of various years. Sadly, I don't have a tang stamp chart to tell you what year each one of these are from. So sadly, I'll have to just show them all off individually. But this is one of the brands I first started collecting when I first started. And my very first Hammer brand was this one right here that was given to me by my good buddy JR. And the rest of these I've either gotten in previous lots or I found at flea markets or my father got some for me. So anyway, first I'll start with one of my favorite designs is the Toothpick. Love that one. Again, it's a beautiful design in general. This is one of the ones each one of these I have restored. This one did not turn out that well. There's a piece of tape on it right here to protect this handle from falling apart. Still a beautiful knife in general. And then another Hammer brand toothpick. This one's a little bit unusual. This one's got a little saw back on the back of it. And this one has also got some new handles that I did myself. These I did myself. And again, I painted them black, one of the original colors. And I love the design of that one. Again, one of my favorite ones that I restored. Next is another one I restored. This one is a regular Hammer brand, again with the black handles that I did myself. Beautiful. Next is the very first one I ever got, which was this one right here from my good buddy JR. This one's got a pearl handle. One of my favorite things about this one is it's got a pearl handle on it. Beautiful knife. And it's even got a patent number on the back of it. Again, it's a really good classic design you don't really see anymore. Then this one's one of my favorites. This one, if I recall, trying to remember where I got this one from. I think if I remember it, I got this one from my brother. Beautiful condition. And I love the artwork that it's got on it. Beautiful. I love the classic design to it. Beautiful. All right, there's that one. Next is this Hammer brand camp knife. This one's a little bit beat up, but the only reason I'm keeping it is because I don't have one. And this one is a 3-bladed camp knife. A little bit stiff. Some of these I haven't oiled in a while. There we go. Hey. There, kept trying to snap back in place. This one's a 3-bladed, which you don't really see that often. Beautiful. One of my favorite ones that I restored. Next is another Hammer brand camp knife. This one's a regular camp knife. I remember this one. This is an unusual one for one reason. One where you would normally see the leather punch on it. Let's get a pair of pliers. Where you would normally see the leather punch on this, someone actually took a Cutmaster blade and put it in there. So it's got a Hammer brand blade and a Cutmaster blade. Again, it's one of those unusual things I love to collect. Beautiful. Next is another hammer brand. This one is a mini version of a regular camp knife. As you can see, the size differences. Beautiful. I love how small it is. Definitely a great condition for its age. Beautiful. This one, if I remember right, my father actually got me this one. Beautiful. Next is this one. This one, if I recall, my father also got for me. This one's one of my favorites. This is one of the candy stripe versions. Love how that looks just like candy, hence its name. Beautiful condition for the age, and the blades are in great condition. See, as they're reflecting into the camera. And I even did very little to restore this. All I did was rebuff it, clean it up, oil it, yada, 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 and done. Beautiful. Next is another one. This one, if I remember right, I restored this one myself. I had some parts that I had available. And this one's got a slightly different handle. Beautiful. Next is one of the only ones I've got like this. This is a hammer brand Stockman. One of the only ones I've got. Love the pearl handle. This one, if I remember right, I got this one in a huge lot that I got from my good buddy JR. Again, you don't really see them like this very often. Next is another one of my favorites. This one, I can't quite remember where I got this one from. Blade out of this one. Beautiful, and I love the candy stripe. This one, I think, came from a good lot that my buddy JR sent me. Beautiful. This one, yeah, I remember this one. This one came in another lot that JR had given to me. And this one came out really good. I was very surprised how this one turned out, and it was in horrible condition. It was rusted, the blades would not move, and it took a long time to get it back to the way it was. This one, if I remember right, I think I bought this one myself from a flea market. Beautiful condition. Love the pearl on them. Again, it's one of the things I love is this old school pearl that you don't see very much anymore. Next is one of my favorites. This is the little baby penknife, pearl handle penknife. This one, yeah, this one my father actually gave to me. Beautiful. Very well made for a penknife. Beautiful. This one, yeah, this is one of the ones that I got in a lot that my father bought that I got to keep in exchange for cleaning some of them up. One of the larger penknives. Beautiful. Again, you just can't beat something this old. This one's one of my favorites. This one was given to me by a friend of mine. A little bowling pin knife is what I call it, because it almost looks like a bowling pin. Oops, dropped it. The blades are in pretty good shape for being a small knife, and I love the handles on it. Just a little cutie in general. Again, it goes to show it's not just Buck and Victorinox I collect. I collect all different kinds of brands. This one's another one of my favorites. This one I think I got in a lot as well from JR. This one's another hammer brand with the original white handles. Probably some kind of advertisement knife that had some kind of advertisement on it and it wore off over time. Again, I just love the design in general. And again, if all these weren't very collectible, I would so carry some of these because some of these are very well made and you just can't beat the older styles. This one my father got me. This is a Hammer brand pocket watch knife that you would hook on your pocket watch chain. And I love those handles. Beautiful. Next, this one. I'm trying to remember where I got this one from. This one I think I actually got in a lot that my father and I bought online. Beautiful. Definitely in better shape than the other one. All right, getting into the last two is the Barlows. Sadly, I don't find as many Hammer brand Barlows as I normally do. I would love to find a Hammer brand Granddaddy Barlow, but I've yet to find one of those. This one my father got me, and I love that it has a Victorinox red color. And what I mean by that is very exactly what I mean, is it's almost as red as a regular Victorinox. Beautiful knife. I love the design. Definitely one of my favorites. Again, if it wasn't collectible, I would so use this knife because I love the design and I love how it's got a spear point instead of a clip point. Beautiful. And then last but not least is a Hammer brand Barlow I put together myself. I was going through my parts and I found some spare Hammer brand parts. So I whipped this together. The blades themselves are Hammer brand. And the handles came from an old Imperial, and so do all the internals. Again, all these internals came from an Imperial. These are Hammer brand, but Hammer brand and Imperial are actually the same brand. And this one's actually still got the original etching on the blade. I know you can't really pick that up on the camera, but it's got the original Hammer brand etching still on it, which you don't really see very often. And again, since I didn't have very many Hammer brand Barlows, I decided to put this one together to put in my collection. Again, beautiful Barlow. All right, that's all my Hammer brands I've collected over the years. Hopefully I can find some more. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. In another video, I'm going to do a video of all my colonial knives I've collected. And then after that, I will do a video on all my Imperial knives I've collected. So I guess I'll end the video right here. And as always, stay sharp and keep collecting.